Welcome back again. This is Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. So on my earlier video before this one, I was testing out some different thermometers with some different options for you guys for your aquarium. So I had a comment on there that said, well, different parts of the tank has different, elements of heating and things of that nature. And that might be true to a degree. But I do got quite a bit of good flow in this tank. And so I said, well, the only way to truly test these two thermometers out, which is this one here, which is a cooking thermometer, and this one here, which is an actual, let's see if I get in the light, an actual aquarium thermometer, is to put them both in the power filter. Now, my tank, according to Aquarium Co-op's heaters, is at 78 degrees, and I honestly believe it's at 78 degrees, not only because of not at 78, it might be at 79, but I've tested it out with a few other different kind of thermometers too. But just to give these two another test again, this heater here is the aquarium heater, and it is at 80.6 degrees. Okay, my aquarium is set at 78 degrees with 3 Aquarium Co-op heaters. Okay, this time, just to show you, I put it right there in the back of my filter. So that's in the back of my filter, running my filter. And just like last time when it was in my tank, it's running at 80.6 degrees. So let's test it out with the food thermometer. Okay, so we're just going to put that in there. And let's just see what she runs. Same length that one's in. Let's see what it's going to do. 78, you can see it there hopefully. Leave it in there for a few seconds. 79.1. That's what it's reading here. 79, dead on 79 now. Just give it a few seconds. I just count the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's the proof. There's the proof. 79 degrees is what it's running. Right here, 79 degrees, which is a degree higher than what Aquarium Co-op heaters are reading. So this one reads at the 79 degrees, which I believe this is the one that is truly accurate, because I've tested it with other thermometers and they read that was very accurate. 79 degrees, they were just dead on. And then, okay, take it out. And then we'll look at this aquarium heater, which is 80.6 degrees. Again, showing you that this thermometer is 2.5 degrees off. Now that's not too bad, but that's, that's 2.5 degrees off from your accurate reading. These things, like I said again, I've seen one, this is an Aqua Neat, but I've seen one for almost $14, here recently. But to me, this one is just more accurate. Of course, it's reading what the temperature is in the room. This one is just more accurate. It is what the temperature should be. The Aquarium Co-op heater is reading at 78. This one here reads it at 79. So as I said from the last video, if you want your Aquarium Co-op heater to read perfectly at 78, I would set them at 77. Test it with one of these meat heaters. These meat thermometers, I'm sorry, and I think they will just give you the accurate temperature that you're looking for. So I just wanted to go back and retest that in the power filter, just to prove the point that this heater, whether it was in their aquarium testing it or whether it was in the back of the power filter testing it, and this one the same way, they read the exact same as the last video. But without getting too much into that, I wanted to show you guys now my little beta tank that is finally complete. And so just to talk to you a little bit about this tank here, as you can see here, I have got it complete here. I've got another Aquarium Co-op heater that I had. I got it at 78. The kind of fish that I got in here, I've got 3 small Pandagaras in here. They were supposed to go in the big tank. I ordered them from Okahuna, but when they came in, they were so small I decided to actually grow them out in this 5-gallon tank, at least for a month or two, until they were big enough to get in the bigger tank, so that my Calvis cichlid would not swallow them up. Now, the kind of fish that I got for this tank is a tangerine betta. Beautiful fish, absolutely gorgeous. Now, this fish cost me, I got a discount at Petco, and you know, Petco don't have the best fish in the world, you know, but when it comes to their bettas, they seem like they take care of those pretty darn good, because they're in a single container by themselves, and I see the employees changing out the water quite often on those betta little tubes. So I trust Petco bettas. That's about almost the only fish that I trust, at least from my local Petco, is their bettas, feeling as though that these fish would not come in and give me any diseases. The plants are crip, green crip, windy, or winty, if I'm pronouncing it right. No, they're not green, they're actually bronze. And so I got those from Marcus Fish Tanks. And I've got some fast growing stem plants in the back, do not know the name. I've got some crip parva that I separated, probably should have kept them together, but I got those up front. The rocks are, of course, the rocks that I use like I have in my bigger tank. They're just smaller ones. Got some spider wood in there. Got some Anubias, and I've got some Java fern. Now my sand is mixed with pool filter sand, and I've also mixed it with, and I ordered this from eBay. You can get it on Petco as well. But this bio substrate, it was black sand that's supposed to have live beneficial bacteria in it, and I've got that. And then I did some things differently. Now you notice here I'm not using my my inside internal filter, because I ordered me a little hang on the back from Amazon, which, yeah, I think the internal filter actually was a little better because it actually had more room than this little filter right here did. But it was, the reason why I went with this little hang on the back was because I needed more room in the back of my aquarium. You know, the 5 gallons don't give you that much room. So with the little hang on the back, I had more room in the aquarium to plant more plants in and for plant growth. And so that's what I went with. It came with this little sorry sponge here, which is not really all that great. But so I cut my own sponge out and made a bigger, more effective sponge, and I customized this little filter. One great thing I will say about this filter, and this is what you call a NiCrew filter. One thing, sorry about the vibrations, but one thing I like about this filter is that it has an automatic start on it, and you are able to customize it, which I always do. I customize it, put some sponges in there and a little bit of matrix that's under the sponge in there, and it's going to be a very effective little filter. So I like it. But like I said, it restarts when the power goes out. That was the main reason why I bought it, just to give well, let's see if I have, well, okay, see the water running right here? So I just unplugged this really quick, so the water's off, right? Unplugged. And when you plug it back up, this little NiCrew filter starts back up. So it has a little internal filter on the inside of this filter here. So it's a nice little filter, and like I said, my internal filter was actually bigger, had more room in it, but this is a nice little setup. I'm not going to return it back because I might change some things up and might have some use for that filter. It's not, I mean, it's working, so I'm going to keep the little filter. And then what I did for my lights, I improved my lights. So I added that light there in the background, stuck it on with a little bit of alien tape or space tape, and it's doing great, and I'm using the lights that I have here. So later on, there's a little top view of it, but later on I might actually change the top here, and I might actually put some polycarbon strips on top, make a top out of it like I did my big tank, and then put a longer light here on top that stretches across. We'll just have to see how that go. But right now, the plants that I chose have been definitely the plants that grow slower and don't need that much assistance. And so of course I'm going to put fertilizer tabs in the gravel or in the sand. First, I give them about 2 weeks as I fertilize it with liquid fertilizers first. Give it about 2 weeks, give some time for the roots to grow in, and then I start pushing the tabs down into the aquarium. This aquarium too will also host red cherry shrimp in it. I will be buying some red cherry shrimp, and the only reason I'm buying red cherry shrimp because this betta, notice that its attitude doesn't seem to be that aggressive. So I think some red cherry shrimp will work with him. We'll find out as I put them in the tank. Hopefully he don't eat them all, but it's worth the risk because I think that they will work really good with him. Of course, I got to give this tank about 2 months or so to really mature before I put the shrimp in, so the shrimp will have a lot of stuff to eat on and a lot of algae and stuff like that to eat on, and little other stuff to eat on, so they can continue to live in the tank. And so yeah, that's my little 5-gallon betta tank. There's a faraway picture of it, and that's what it looks like. I really like it, and I think it's going to be a really great and beautiful tank. So there's my tank, there's my little Pendaguras, and there is my betta, and this is Aquarium Hacks out. Hey, keep on hacking.